So today I have the 2020 Toyota GR Supra, the 3.0 Premium Edition. So I'm going to be showcasing the interior of this thing. Like normal, I'm going to start from left to right. So let's get to it. So starting on the left, you got your normal door locks over here. You got your door latch, window controls, and rear mirror adjusts. Down here, it's kind of hard to show, but there is a trunk release button, and down there, kind of blacked out due to overexposure, there's a front trunk or a front bonnet release. You just pull it twice. Above that, you have basically all your lighting buttons. You can set it to auto, off, and then just change the different lighting options, and this will dim the gauges and the cluster. So moving to that cluster, you've got a nice big tack in the middle, and what gear you are in will be displayed in the middle of that middle gauge. So right now I'm in park. If I go to drive, you see D1. If I flip it over into manual, you get nice big digit showing you what gear you're in. So 1, 2, you can actually select them all while in park, or up to 3 at least, which is different than I'm used to. Usually you can't really go past 2. To the right of that, you got your speedometer and a little speed limit warning. I'm sorry, I should have said to the left of that, but to the left of that, you have fuel gauge as a bar system, and on the other side, you've got your temps as a bar system. So as you can see, I am, at optimum temperature for the engine, right in the middle, whereas I just have 1 bar of gas missing. And you got time and the temperature outside, which is a little cold right now for what I've been used to the last couple weeks. You can change out some of the options below that. So you have the trip counter and your odometer. And like in many BMWs, you see this button right here, BC for build computer. You can push it and it will change to showing you how much miles you have until you need to change out, stop for fuel, and then a miles per gallon, and some more mileage information. You can blank it out, and I just leave it as that. And like I said, how I was doing that is up here on the stock. Bringing you back to the steering wheel, it is I'm sorry, it's starting to pour around rain. Hopefully it's not coming through on the audio, but it is a automatic transmission, and you have paddles on both sides. You got them for down gears and for going up in gear. Below that, you've got controls, which are for your radio settings, basically whatever is in the middle you can put in control. So right now you can see up there satellite radio. I usually just leave it on Pop 2K. You got your phone controls, you got volume controls to the right of that. Over on the left, you have your cruise control settings. You can going up and down, plus and minus on that. Give you a little bit of a view of the steering wheel. You got a nice Toyota symbol in the front. This doesn't really do anything. Just nice design. To the right of that, you got a nice big information display. It's basically like it is actually BMW's iDrive. I know that's getting a lot of heat for being a Supra with BMW bits, but trust me, it's actually one of the best. Driving all these cars, it's one of the best nav systems you can have. So this is on the home screen. You got your media, radio, communication. Oh, I shouldn't have scrolled. Communication, navigation, just connected services right now, like the weather, a bunch of vehicle information and notifications. So like if you go into my vehicle, you got all your vehicle status screens, tire sensors. So if I go to engine levels and all that jazz, one of the screens I really do like is the sport display screens. So you can see how much power and how much torque you're putting down at, live time based on your right foot. And notifications after that. But like I said, I usually just leave it either on the map screen or on the sport display screen. Coming down a little bit, you got on the left, you got the start stop button, nice little chrome color matching the rest of the interior. You got your hazards between the HVAC system. You've got different presets you can set. You got your volume knob, mode, and band buttons. Below that you have your full climate control system, controlling your fan. You got heated seats on both sides, driver, passenger. They can control them as they wish. Coming below that, you've got basically storage slot, and this is a charge pad. And you got USBs right there, and old school cigarette port to the right of that. Coming back, you have your BMW style gear lever, so reverse, you have to push the button on the side, reverse, neutral, drive, and once you're in drive, like I showed you the digit gauge cluster up top, just knock it over, and this is how you change gears. So up is down gear, reverse is up a gear, like it should be. In my opinion, that is the way any sort of gear lever shifter should be, because you get in the car, sometimes it's reversed, and it can confuse you if you drive as many cars as I do. And park is a park button, so if I can leave it in drive, but if I push P, I'm in park. To the right of that is the BMW iDrive system inserted into the Supra. To the left of that, you have the auto start stop off button. The vehicle starts in that mode, in sport mode, already, so I just never touch this button because I'm not really looking for fuel economy in a Toyota GR Supra. Below that, you have this nice big sport button, which changes the dynamics of the vehicle, and most importantly, makes it sound its best. And you got a Supra, that's pretty much the best thing to note. You got your park sensors, traction control button is right here, and a safety system button behind that. Right here you have a nice little parking brake switch. Pull it up, push down, and let me take a step back. As you notice, this console is carbon fiber. It is actually the only carbon fiber that is in the whole vehicle, which is pretty interesting. Coming back a little bit behind that, you have 2 cup holders. Features 3 little things to grab your cups. I did notice and mention it in my 2020 review that it was kind of offset from the middle, and I couldn't determine if it was for driver's arm or that's just there might be something hidden back here, but who knows. But you cannot get to it regardless. Now the Premium features these Jbl speakers, giving you a better look from the passenger side. You got speaker in the door, speaker lower in the door, and then in the back as well. You can actually see into the back of the trunk. And right there is the sub. Let me give you a look from the front passenger seat so you can pretty much see what the whole interior looks like. You can see this is a yellow, I think it's nitro yellow Supra. You can see a little bit of that color popping through the door. That's what the seats look like. You could potentially, it's made to look like you could fit belts. I imagine you could probably cut those through. You got a strut bar for the rear. Just bring the chassis back together. Nice covering so nobody sees what you put in your back trunk. Up top, you got a SOS button and different lighting mode, buttons to illuminate your dash if it's dark. But that is basically the interior of the 2021 GR Supra. If there's something I missed, let me know in the comments. But other than that, thanks for watching.